from it. This is another one that's a late season bloomer. And Kelly, you and I were talking about that. This will be our third one in the show that's going to produce that color for us later on. This is another one that lives on and on and on. It is heat tolerant, drought tolerant, resists deer and pests, attracts butterflies and hummingbirds. And yes, it is a perennial. New and on 5 easy payments of $5.50 with free shipping and handling. We get 4 of them?
You get 4 of them. And again, this is another plant that we're offering as a plug. And we'll come back to that and show that, you know, for folks who might have just tuned in and are like, what's a plug? We'll talk all about that too. But a great late season perennial. And I'm so glad to hear you love asters, because I love asters too. I can't get enough of them. I have this particular one, which is called Raydon's Favorite, in my front yard meadow at home. And I have a lot of deer in Des Moines, Iowa. In my yard, I have a lot of deer, and this is one of the asters. Not all asters are like that. So they will eat some asters. This one, they do not.
Oh,
so
wow.
That's a great point to make here.
Okay, so these are beautiful.
Look at them. I know. It's just, I just love them. They're
they're covered in purple.
This little sort of blue bundles of September and October joy. I mean, these are one of the last perennials to close out the gardening season. And just like, you know, that's been kind of an interesting theme in this show. We've been talking about those plants that really do a lot of work for us late into the growing season. Really late summer into fall can be a tricky time to still have things in bloom in the garden. So what a great show today to really pull in things like the Raydon's Favorite, the Little Henry Rudbeckia we were talking about earlier, that Fuego Daisy we keep coming back to. Imagine that Fuego Daisy sitting, or Aaron's going to pull over here.
Bring one over here.
Our Little Henry
comes over.
Little Henry, our Fuego. And these are all in the same family, by the way. These are all Aster family members. Now these are the Raydon's Favorite here is our true Aster, but you just look here at, in fact, let's maybe just
goodness gracious
drop this down here.
Okay.
So you really can just see similar habits. But look at that color, that yellow on blue, classic complementary colors.
Yeah, oh man. And I'll tell you what, there's something very cool about purple and green together.
Yeah.
And when you look at this aster, you have that rush of purple on the outside. Yeah. But that center dot, it's not really yellow. It's like this green yellow.
Right. Kind of this chartreusey tinted piece going on there too. Again, a late summer into fall
Joker
flower.
In Batman. Think like the Joker in Batman. That's what it looks like. Really great. What about size?
Great question. So I think actually in the stills we've got some great shots of how they fill out. You know, these will get actually almost 2 to 3 feet across. They actually will get wider than they will get taller. So they're great. They have and yet they're not sprawling, right? They're not just kind of all over the place. They have a fairly tidy kind of dome-shaped habit, which is great because in the summer when they're not in flower, there are these beautiful kind of seafoam green mounds of leaves that other perennials work in around. And then you get that treat of this beautiful fall blue effect. And think about how many things flower blue in the fall. That's not a long list, so this is a real plus.
Kelly, listen, a lot of people are picking up more than one set.
Great.
Yep, they want to see like a whole bundle of these.
You could practically create a hedge with these. I mean, in my meadow at home, I have kind of waves of them. I mean, I probably have, you know, several dozen over, it's a big space, and so I have several dozen of them. I want to show you how they're coming because if you have a big space and you're looking for plants to fill that space with, why not join us today in this Gardening Made Easy experience from Cottage Farms? Because here's what we're doing. I position this just so we have our little our trowel here with that plug in it. And this is what you're going to get. This is a new thing we're doing here at Cottage Farms this year. We're really trying to bring you grower direct product that not only is going to perform and do well, but is going to allow these plants to establish quickly. That's the idea here, right? It's just like the growers do it.
Why is that important to get that establishment quickly for the plant?
You know, Antonella, bigger is not always better with plants. In fact, a lot of our research is showing, this is work that I do at the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden that I've experimented with in my design work as well too, actually shows that in fact, smaller plants like this with really generous root systems, this is a great shot showing all 4 that you're going to get here, are actually plants that will establish just as quickly as maybe the 1 gallon size pot of the same plant that you buy at your local garden center. And look how easy this is to plant.
Okay.
1, 2.
Okay.
We're moving through it.
We're plowing right through that line up.
4. plant the plug. It's so easy. I'm kicking soil around. We're having a great time here. I mean, boom, 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 boom. They are so easy to plant. They're quick. It's like one fell swoop. You're going to come in there with the water,
water them in
which
a little
has got
bit.
probably because it's in that can from watering can from our friend Roxanne De Palma. It's got a little bit of our bud and bloom booster in it from Cottage Farms.
You guys should get,
which is a great accessory for anything in the show.
So how quickly will it grow? I mean, there they are in these little nubs, but well, okay.
So you get that.
Is that one?
This is in this first growing season. This is what this is going to do.
Oh.
And this is actually, at the end of the first growing season, the beginning of the next spring, this is what you're going to start with. And then if we go back over there to our flowering friends, that's what you're going to see a plant look like by the end of the second growing season.
Is it going to be this covered with the purple flowers?
Yes, that's actually, thank you for saying that. That's one of my favorite things about this plant. You don't just get a few flowers. You get a dome
I mean, I see more purple than I do green on this. That's what I like.
That's what we like, right?
That's what we like.
All the coverage. All the coverage.
What are you doing up there? Oh, you're just showing us
just getting all four of them back up here. Yep.
Okay, so let me ask you this about the fertilizer. How do you recommend doing it? Fill your watering can, go over your entire garden, the beginning of the season, the middle of the season, the end of the season? What am I doing?
No, it's good. It's good to ask. Each of these little pods, it's like doing laundry. It's super easy. There's no sticky on your finger. There's none of this other stuff. There's no dye, and that you just literally drop one of these packets per 1 gallon of water. If you have a 5-gallon watering can, you put 5 of these in there. It dissolves. It's ready to go. I really prefer doing this at the time of planting, just to give these things kind of a little Kickstarter. It's like a little juicer. Okay. We was talking about blueberry smoothies with Pat James Dementry earlier. It was like, but she told me it's donut day, so I can't be that healthy. But we got to get these things off to a healthy start, right? They're wired for speed. Those plugs we showed you are going to take off to the races if you give them a little juice.
They're wired for speed. I love that. Where do you come up with this stuff? I love your words. They're awesome. Okay, so what? First season, second season, end of season? It looks like this.
This is second season. Second season. Yeah.
I mean, these are just blistered with purple. You guys.
See, I like that.
So good.
Blistered blue. That should be. We'll have to name something.
Blistering blues. This is new. 5 easy payments of $5.50, free shipping and handling. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you so much.
That was really nice. Remember, these live on and on and on. Okay. Did someone say petunias? Did someone say petunia? God, I love petunias. Let's do it. This is a 3-piece Indian Summer